63 Worst Things People Did While Horny, according to Reddit. Number 63. As a horny teenager, I lied to my mom about how much I loved eating hot dogs, so she'd buy them for me frequently and not question their disappearance. They were my first and least exciting dildos, but damn, they did the trick. Oh my god. Number 62. I don't know how it is for straight guys, but for gay guys, sex comes easily. Almost too easily. Like it can get, dare I say it, boring sometimes. Things can get kinky quickly to try and keep the spice. The one guy I was seeing about 8 years ago had a lot of fetishes. Some of them we acted out, others I wasn't particularly into. Well, he always tried to get me into the wham fetish. What? It's not my scene. I like things neat and tidy and orderly. Anyway, I was a good boyfriend and I conceded to try. Well, 2 hours later, after a trip to Target to get 2 pairs of compression bodysuits, aka spandex leotards, and a shit ton of raw pizza dough, both he and I were in these compression suits, which were now filled with raw pizza dough. I'll admit, it felt pretty fucking good, and would expand all over your bodysuit. We fooled around in the suits, did some humping, etc. All in all, it was a fun experience, if not a bit weird, until the next morning when I tried to shower it off. Honey, the water washed away most of the dough, but the gluten was left. The gluten! And it clung to every single piece of body hair that I had. I had to use a flea comb to get all of it, all out of the soap. Was not working. Wow. What am I reading? Wow. Needless to say, his horniness and my supportiveness led to multiple pizza dough nights in compression bodysuits and multiple mornings of regret, flea combs pulling out hair and bleaching out the tub. Well, it seems either like if you want to do this pizza dough compression bullshit, you need to either have a hairless body and just wax the hell out of yourself, or don't do it. Like, what the fuck? What a fetish. You know, when somebody hits your ass with some shit you haven't even heard of before, let alone thought out. Well, if you haven't heard of it, how can you have thought about it? But fuck me, man. Damn. Compression bodysuits and pizza dough, dude. It's the type of thing that you want to throw at the internet, but it would be so risky. It'd be so risky, nah. Alright, you just want to throw compression suits at the internet. Yeah. Oh my god. And pizza dough. Is this something that has been on the internet? Oh my. Okay, no. Well, both of those things, internet, not just one. The pizza dough slime suit routine gay wham. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've heard of wet and messy fetish before. That's what it stands for, wet and messy. You know, I just thought Wham was a musical group, you know what I mean? And have been seen videos and groups of men who love being pied in the face or covered in slime, get wet while wearing clothes, piss and shit in their pants, wearing diapers and rubber suits. My fetish involves all of these, I guess. Pass. As we continue up this list, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, we're only at number 61. Scary stuff. Is the PS4 on? No. That's probably the ceiling fan. That's a lot of background noise, man. I don't know. We'll see where that goes. Number 61. It was about to be that time of the month, so my sexual needs were intensified to 10,000. Or by 10,000. Masturbation with just hands wasn't cutting it, and I had no dildo. I had just thrown it out, so I got creative. First, I started with rubbing my clit against the corner of the table. Pretty amazing. And then I pulled some pillows high and stuck a cucumber with a condom between them and rode it until I was about to come. I got in the shower, cucumber still in pussy, and used a vibrating toothbrush on my clit and the massaging shower head to bring me to climax. 11 out of 10. It was great, but I haven't done it since. Well, women, whatever gets the job done, you know? What a world. What a world. I will go out of my way and say, you know, I have never seen a thread with such upvoted posts, 60 entries down. But it's going to be a wild night, guys, if you're interested in just buckling the hell up and seeing where oh my God, with the donation.
The water may wash the dough, but the water won't wash your sins.
You can say that again, Momo. These people need some of that Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. This is wild. This is going to be well, you know what to expect with this list. How about that? So number 6, T. I blew my high school boyfriend on the hood of a car in front of a bunch of people. I only vaguely remember it because I was drunk. I didn't drink for a very long time after that. So guys, a quick reminder of what this list is supposed to be. It's 63 worst things that people did while horny. If you're like me, a man, you probably know what it's like to get horny and go too far. Not rape or anything, but you know, saying a couple words extra. Definitely stuff if your mind were clearer, you probably wouldn't even be talking to some people. You know what I'm talking about? Back in the day anyway. I'm sure it's really bad for people these days. I see some shit on cringe, you know, pics and shit like that on Facebook, and it's just like, holy damn, pretty intense stuff. So that's where we expect this list to go. It certainly isn't there yet with a thought trying to convince herself she was just horny, so that's why she blew some dude on the hood of a car in front of a whole bunch of people. I mean, if you're into exhibition, that's one thing. And that's totally fine. But at least, you know, man up and own up to what it is that you're into as a kink. Don't be all like, oh, I was drunk. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? How much alcohol gonna make you just be like, you know what, I will do anything. Hey, look, I'm not the type of guy that just bangs a whole bunch of dudes in front of a whole bunch of people. But, I mean, I was a little drunk, so I guess it just happened. You know what I mean? I guess it just happened. As we continue up the list of 63 worst things that people did while horny, we're at number 59. 59, baby. Fuck multiple times behind a Chinese buffet. Bing bong. I guess it got her in the mood, you know what I'm talking about? Or him. Grab your helmet. Let's hope that this is a girl, because what if it's a man and he was fucking other men? Ooh. You know what I mean? Special thanks again to Momo Lang for that super chat donation. I appreciate you, man. And here comes Ria with another super chat donation. Kyle, that's what's the worst thing you've done whilst horny? We'll get into it maybe later. Maybe I'll put that at the end of the list as a morsel. She did just donate and ask, so let me try to think about it. You know? I don't really act on a lot of things when I'm horny is the problem, you know? And lucky me, I'm so opposed to other people being around me that it's never been like a, hey, you come over or something like that. Like, I can't stand people. So, let me see. What's the worst thing I've ever done? Wow, horny balls.
Sael, what's the worst thing you've done whilst horny?
I'm sorry.
I see you're in raised you 62.
What the fuck? Is that $62? Damn, sheep. Damn, sheep. Damn, sheep. Damn, Rhea. What's going on? Rhea says you don't have to tell everyone. Oh, you're right, Rhea. I'll tell you in a Snapchat. That'll piss people off. Also, I'll tell everyone if Sheep decides that she wants me to tell everybody because that was a crazy donation, and I bow to you, Sheep. I appreciate and love you and thank you. Wait a minute, dude. What if she's stream boss now? Sheep is the stream boss.
You don't have to tell everyone.
Ooh, my dude. Guys, you know, I don't have to be sad about it, but credit where credit is due. Sheep, you're the new stream boss, which means you get to choose the transparent gift. Sheep says, please tell everybody. All right, here's the bottom line. Because I was horny. Remember back when I was in school, okay? Back when I was in school, and there was a bit of like us going to each other's places, not being on the table. A lot of stuff happened in the hallways of a certain band, band wing of the school after hours. The crazy part is, in retrospect, there were certainly cameras there, even if there was nobody manning them at the time, because it was like way out. You know how like band practice will take place after the school day is done, like well into the night and stuff like that, and then way after that, like, you know, into the night where some people were waiting for their parents and shit like that. Stuff happened. That's all I'm gonna say, you know. And it was I guess it was a horny thing, but I mean, where else was it gonna happen? Yeah, I'm talking about. Woo. That's all I'm gonna say. Here we go. Number 58. Somebody says reading OP's replies makes me very uncomfortable because I'm a man of the people. What this person is saying is that the person who asked the question, who for clarification asks, what is the craziest thing your horniness has made you do? The person just now who responded says that reading their comments is making them uncomfortable. Everyone's downvoting this dude's comments, and I'm loving it. And whoa, let's see some context on some of these, okay? But here's what's up. I can't read his comments now because they'll probably ruin some of the entries that we're going to read after the fact. So let's get through the list first, then we'll read this guy's comments. And people are saying that they're creeped out and being made uncomfortable by OP and his responses. So I'm interested. And after that, we're gonna go ahead and get back to it. Somebody remind me. I love you. Special thanks again to Rhea, and a special thanks to the sexy sheep. I can't do a sheep noise. Number 57. I sat on an active washing machine. The edge lined up perfectly. Y'all girls are so bad. Y'all girls in these washing machines. You know what the funniest part is? It's funny because as time progresses, okay? As time progresses, they're probably crafting washing machines to be less shaky. And you know, I bet some of them even have curved edges, you know, that make it a little more difficult than it is with an old school box ass washing machine. Sorry, ladies. You know what? Maybe that's what I need to do in my life is like, I'm Kyle, and I am going to make a washing machine with a discreet dildo tipped edge fucking washing machine that's just shakier than all of the washing machines you've ever seen in your life. And then the girls come in and they go, damn, now that's a washing machine. You know what I'm talking about? Number 56. I was 17 and in high school. My girlfriend at the time was in college. Her parents were lightly racist, but for some reason her mom liked me. Like, they used to bake me Chex Mix and Rice Krispie treats kind of like me. I had never met the dad, and she made it very clear that it probably wasn't a good idea. Even though she was grown, she lived with her parents, and that shit was not gonna fly. Because of this, she was always having me over when he wasn't there. This was cool for the most part. One of these times, it says this, forgive me. One of these times he came home unexpectedly, and we were in her room. She was his baby, and he always said hi to her when he got home. When she realized, I feel like the music's a little overbearing. Give me one moment. One of the times that he came home unexpectedly, we were in her room and she was his baby, so he'd always go to say hi to her when he first got home. When she realized he was home, she panicked and said, holy shit, hide. And some R. Kelly shit now. Immediately, I realized I was not fitting in her closet, and I'm not fitting in the closet, nor under the bed. Her bathroom wasn't attached, so there was no escape. I thought for sure I was going to have to fight an old white dude that night. In like the 30 seconds, I asked her to get in her underwear and put a towel around her and answer the door like that so that he wouldn't come in. I was going to just hide behind the door and try the Drax approach, stay completely still and become invisible. Nice. He eventually knocked, and I just nodded to her, threw a black jacket over my head since the door has a crack when you open it in the hinges, and slid behind the door as she opened it. He spoke to her for about 20 seconds, although it felt like an eternity for me, and my heart was beating so hard I could hear it. I was sure he was going to find me and choke the living shit out of me. Eventually he left. She closed the door, and we waited for him to go up to his room so I could leave. Well, that never came. For some reason, he decided to stay up past midnight, and he was watching a movie. Eventually, she just locked her door, and we passed out. The next morning, her dad followed his routine where he'd grab his paper, read it on the toilet for like 45 minutes, and during that opening, her mom actually came, woke me up, and snuck me out of the house and dropped me off at school. Crisis averted. What the fuck? What an intense bucket of bing bong. Number 55. I've been waiting for this one. Be me. Be 12 years old. Be insanely horny on a road trip. I hadn't yet realized that I could just use my hand and crank them out. So, I was still rubbing my prepubescent cock on everything that made it feel good. We stop at McDonald's, and I head to the bathroom. Why is this reading like a green text? I see the handrail in the handicap stall and think, yep, that'll do. I proceeded to rub my dick on that rail until I splattered cum on the wall. Not my proudest fap. What a 12-year-old degenerate. Number 54. I cut a hole in a mattress and I fucked it. I fucked my mattress. My mattress cut a hole in my mattress. I fucked my mattress. Oh my God. Somebody said, that's not a mattress. That's my wife. Another joke that I'm sure Dia would enjoy. You know, the type of shit you'd see on all these other fucking YouTube channels out here. You know what I mean? Thank God that I'm so unbelievably down to earth in my recognition of what fuckboyism is to avoid that shit in a way that'll guarantee that I'm never popular, baby. And some of us aren't chasing that, boy. Rest assured. And you shouldn't either. You guys should not regard views or money as your definition of success, man. Just live your life, do what you want to do what makes you happy. And hey, if you feel like you have no purpose for life, then take how terrible you feel and try to separate other people from that feeling, baby. Damn. You know what I like waking up to? Messages from people that are going, you know what, Kyle? I was gonna fucking end it yesterday, man. I was gonna fucking do it. I had the gun in my hand, and I was counting them bullets, and I was like, man, one of these bullets gonna be the one. But then I heard your video, man, and I was like, this guy's a bitch. I think I'll save it for tomorrow. And I go, that's what I'm talking about. I'm kidding. He doesn't say the bitch part, but it's funnier when I retell it that way. What do you want from me? As we continue this list to number 53, jerk off daily in the bathroom at work. I've wondered about this kind of shit. Be honest with me, guys, in the stream. I'm not judging y'all. If y'all got a really intense sex drive, it's called a libido, and it's just falling out of control, you know, that's fine. You know, it's not like something you can help, and it certainly isn't something you should be judged about. But are any of you so intense that you need to, on a daily basis, excuse yourself from other people in the workplace and crank it out? Like, can you not wait until you get home? Because, like, for me, not only am I the type of person where, like, when I go outside of the house, I don't want to be near no other toilet. That's not the toilet at my house. So if I gotta hold it, you know what I mean? That's happening, okay? And in the same way, I use that analogy to paint the contrast. I feel like it doesn't matter how horny I could get, dude. I am waiting until I get home. I am waiting until I get home before whatever finds relief, you know, in whatever way that I can try to manage it. Because Cause nah, dude. Plus in today's day and age where it doesn't matter where you are, you gotta assume that some variation of monitoring is going on, dude. Yo, bathrooms ain't safe, baby. But is there anybody here that's done that? Jesus says, I once jerked off at work about 2 years ago. But that's different from that, like being bored and going, man, I wonder if I could get away with cranking it at this bitch. I'm sure a lot of people do that at school or work just to see what's up. You know what I mean? Maybe some hot bitch come by and she all like, look at this big ass in this fucking pencil skirt. Talking about she just went to HR and they were like, oh, you can't wear those panties because it's unprofessional and we can see the panties through the skirt. And then she goes, I got your ass. And then she take her skirt off and you just looking at that ass like, damn. So you at your desk and you're just like, I'm kidding. It's all a joke. It's all a joke. YouTube, chill, YouTube, chill. It's a joke. It's a joke. That's different from every day. Your libido gets so intense that you gotta just like separate yourself. You know what I mean, Jesus? Is there anybody else here who was like that? At maybe even at a certain age where you were like that, where you're just like, teacher, I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh, Jesus Christ. Michael says some people just like to shimmy their schlong in public places. It's 18. No kink shaming. Well, indecent exposure is not an okay thing, dude. You know what was scary? Here's the thing I like to say, because these days people getting in trouble for teabagging people in video games. How fucking fragile is your ego? You know what I mean? How fragile is your ego where you're just bothered beyond belief, okay? Of somebody just pressing the crouch button over and over on you after you have died, bro. You got two options: get better or do it back to them. I feel like that's like a fundamental problem that is kind of a microcosm of other shit going on. You know, if you the type of person that's mad about somebody teabagging, you got other shit that you probably mad about that stems way further back than this. I say that to say this. So fragile is what's going on in society as well that people can't even streak nowadays. What's essentially some good clean ass fun at like a ball game or something. It's not like some dude just ripped off his clothes in front of a little girl and was like, yeah, girl, come here. It's just a dude running across a field at a sporting event trying not to get caught in a very hilarious fashion. And that's fucking like criminal? Get the fuck out of here. My point is, hey, the world gay as hell. Y'all better be building them bunkers right now. I'm not playing. Build them bunkers, baby. As we continue up this list of 63 worst things that people did while horny, why don't I switch it to another fucking thumbnail, baba booey. Wait a minute. We arrive at number 52. My girlfriend and I had sex about 2 to 3 times a day for a week or so. Ooh. I'm sure you both reached a point of great soreness. We eventually wore our bodies out to the point where I couldn't even get hard and she couldn't even get wet. Dude, I don't think that's how it works. I don't think the wetness and the hardness stops happening, but I have been in a situation where it is a great soreness time, and it would be, the friction would not create a situation, you know what? And you can provoke the girl having a urinary tract infection. So y'all niggas need to be a hell of a lot more careful if y'all gonna be beating that pussy up that hard. You know what I mean? Be careful, guys. Take care of your bodies. Some of them, especially, it'd be one thing if you were fucking that many times a day for your whole life and your body had somehow developed some sort of, I don't know. It's not used to it. You know what I mean? Everything in moderation, even sex, baby. Even though most dudes' cocks are trained because they be beating that dick like it owes them money. Number 51. Not sure if this counts as something horniness made me do, so much as it is something that horniness made me allow to happen. Thanks for this waste of a sentence. I appreciate that. I was 16 years old dating a girl way out of my league. It was the end of our third date. It was like 11 p.m. on a Saturday night. And her mom picks us up from the movie theater, and we had been making out all night. When we sit down in the backseat, she makes small talk with her mom for a minute, then claims to be sleepy, lays her head on my lap. She proceeds to unzip my pants and suck my dick the entire car ride back, forcing me to make small talk with her mom. I came harder than ever before. 2 minutes before we arrived at her house. I was terrified the entire time, but it was an experience I'll never forget. You know, a lot of girls can't claim that they've ever done something so gangsta in their fucking life. Not that I'm encouraging blowjobs in proximity of your parents, dudes, but fuck me. She was gonna make it happen for that boy. But why not do that in the theater? I don't understand. Maybe it was packed. You know, that's where the teens go to flip dop zoobity you know. Number 50. I rode my bike to my girlfriend's house through 15 miles on flat tires with no seat along a 2-lane highway when I was 15. Hormones are a bitch. He said it was worth it though. What you mean you rode that bike with no seat, my boy? So you was just like, you know, keeping that ass up, or did you ride it like a It from South Park? That's a dated reference for some of y'all. Some people are younger than that episode of South Park in this stream. Go ahead and like that video, because some of y'all just young. God damn, y'all young. Ugh. Blech, you know? Blech. I mean, some of you were developed. So I guess when it comes to you, and it's like, you know, I'm kidding. Number 49, sex in front of a crowd at a sex club. Maybe 50 people, all strangers. I got applause, so I call it a win. I am just so grossed out by people. And in this day and age, you're going on the internet. It was all fun and games back in the day, baby, but in this day and age, whatever, man, live your life. I guess that's how I get down. That's cute. Number 48. Gun turret in the middle of a convoy, 249 in one hand, throbbing pee-pee in the other. Look, number 47. So there was this coconut. Okay, jokes. Yeah, I got jokes. Number 46. No alternative account because fuck it. This is him saying that he could create a throwaway account so that nobody would know and connect this to him because he's so important that I guess other jackasses know his Reddit account. And, you know, he's confessing to hardcore shit. He goes on to say, in 8th grade, I booby banged my first girlfriend behind a church. Then she told all her friends when we broke up. Naturally, the whole school found out. I was a legend to some, mocked by others. Such is life. I'm trying to get this straight, ladies and gentlemen. Take a girl out of the stream. I date her. I slide myself between her bosoms. Bosom must be singular, so I slide myself in and out of her bosom behind a church, and then we break up, and then she tells everyone about it for whatever reason. You know, he did this to me behind the church. Like I held her at gunpoint, I'm sure. And what's the shame here? What I'm supposed to feel shame about this? That's why she's telling people after the breakup, like, doesn't this make her look bad? It's supposed to be like a blasphemous thing, because it's not like she was like, no, let's not do this. She went along with it. So you don't give a fuck about it being behind a church. This leaves more questions than answers to me, buddy. You know, who's gonna mock a guy? You had tit sex with your girlfriend at the time? Loser. Guys, let's go home and play some Fortnite. Okay, number 45. I begged my husband to punch me in the face. Horny. Somebody said, did he do it? And she goes, yes, he did. And that's why he your husband. Now that's what I'm talking about. Slapping on some toast. Okay. Wow. Rhea says she had boobs in 8th grade. Impressive. Girl, boobs come in real early for some girls. 8th grade is the end of fucking middle school. Some girls have titties at the beginning of middle school. You know what I'm talking about? It's pretty scary stuff. I'm talking about big ass titties, them double D, and not like fat girl double Ds. Not that there's anything wrong with those. Full titties are full titties, but some girls just They genetically hit the lottery, I suppose. So number 44, my girlfriend has expressed interest in my butt for a long time. Nice. At first it was kind of a joke, which then led to her dry humping me anytime I bent over to grab something. Bruh. Well, eventually we decided to try getting some toys because it turned her on so much. What? A few weeks later, and now I'm looking at her with my legs on her shoulder while she fucks me with a 14-inch strap-on. For the record, I didn't expect it, but I don't regret any of this. Are you a man? Bruh. Lord Jesus, guide me through the rest of this list. Number 43. When I was just past puberty, I decided to make a fleshlight out of my foam Nerf ball. Time for a quick Google image search. Bing bong. Alright. Oh, how big is this thing? Show me this in somebody's hand. You know what I mean? Okay, well, there's that. And then there's this in somebody's hand. Okay. All right, I'm on board. All right. The outside was soft and squishy, but lo and behold, the inside was rough. So when I tried it out, it literally hurt. I tried pouring water. Wait, I'm sorry. Okay. I tried pouring water inside it to make it softer, but it was cold. So fuck. It was cold as fuck, so I just threw it away. Okay. You know, I don't know. I may need to just pull up like a big pair of titties and a side screen to be able to just get through this, you know. Something for me, okay? Oh my God. Give me one moment. Okay. There we go. Nice. Number 42. Have sex with an insane ex. Oh boy. You knew what he was getting into. After she bit a chunk of my shoulder in anger? Bro, after she did that? Damn, this bitch is crazy. Somebody said I had a lot of people ask for the full story, so here you go. What do you mean they deleted it? Be gentle, this is my first post ever. I was encouraged to write this thread on over at AskWait. Okay, look. Okay, this is a story. Oh my God. Forgive me. Here we go. A few years ago, I had this girlfriend, the primary antagonist of the story, who was, let's say, not as balanced as some people. Now, I'm not one to badmouth an ex and things, but she was quite an angry young lady, and I was quite an untrustworthy young man. I'm sure you can see where this is going. After a few months together, 5 or 6, I decided to call it a day, and we part on relatively amicable terms. When I say relatively amicable, I mean we continued to sleep together for the following months, even into my next relationship. Bruh. This arrangement seemed to work better for me than for her, as she would fly into a rage at the mention of my new girlfriend at the time's name, even though she was content to keep our continued arrangements between us a secret. This happy little setup went on for a few weeks until one night, when we went to a house party with the majority of both of our friends, but one in which was my girlfriend. But one of which was my girlfriend was not attending? Bro, I don't know what soup that these words are trying to make, but I'm gonna just have to, you know, I'm gonna admit them, okay? So it says my girlfriend was not attending as she went to a different school. or university. We got into a disagreement over how we were being seen in public. She liked the idea of together and me not so much, so she ended up storming off. Enter my ex-girlfriend's best friend. One thing led to another, and horny 16 to 7-year-old whatever year olds be horny, and we ended up doing the nasty in a large linen cupboard. This is your ex-girlfriend's best friend now. Is this whole thread just a like I have sex? Guys, check me out. Okay, the one that strangely enough had a window. There's a window in a cupboard. Y'all bang in there. During the business, a couple of times we saw the ex-girlfriend storming around looking for me in an increasing state of agitation. I can only presume that she was told that I was last seen talking to her best friend, and now neither of us were to be found. After all was said and done, the best friend and I returned to the party. Enter lingerie-clad, red-faced, screaming ex-girlfriend into the kitchen. Now I can only assume she'd planned on waiting in the bedroom for me, but been informed of where I was and had a change of plan when hearing who I was with. And she came tearing in a fury of teeth and nails, managed to not only tear out a decent portion of her best friend's hair, but also a chunk out of my neck and shoulder, and spit it onto the floor with a sort of splat noise. The story is long enough already, so to cut to the end, the best friend went home after I made sure she was okay. The ex-girlfriend cooled off and became extremely embarrassed and remorseful, and somehow we ended up in bed together at the end of the party. Bro, that bitch got you exactly where she wanted you. How big can them titties possibly be to have no effect on you that profound? And how fucking sorry and insecure is this bitch in herself that she gonna have a best friend roll up and be fucking you, right? When you already have a new girlfriend and she's salty because she can't be the main bitch, right? And then her best friend is also a side bitch for you, but she wants you to, so it's like, man, what's going on at that age? What is going on? All right, guys. Stripe says that Lady Sheep has picked her stream boss gif. Let me take a quick look over here to the Discord. Alrighty. Bruh, get it out of my face. Oh man, let me know. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Where is Sheep? What the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? Get the fuck out of here, you bitch. Punk bitch. Wait, no. Okay, here it is. Alright, gonna save that. I like Evangelion. I don't know how some people pronounce it. I don't want to offend anybody, you know. When they're like, wait, that's not how I say it. Okay, so let's see here. Let's try to get that changed to this. Does that work? Just move that at like a weird angle so it looks like she's running on top of the did. Yeah, dope. Well, put them on top of the boobies. But we don't really want to obstruct the boobies, you know. As we continue up this list of 63 worst things that people did while horny, number 41 reads as follows. I had to have my girlfriend there and then, middle of the night, walk on a gravel path. The thing is, she was hornier than I was and instigated the craziest, most incredible sex. Gravel hurts. Oh my god. Number 40. I have this username for a reason, and this person's username is Clorox Burns. Where the hell are you putting that? On your genitals? Don't put bleach in your butt. Only special bleach for making it nice and bright. Starlight, star bright, butthole clean and shine so light. Number 39, okay. During sex in the shower with my girlfriend, I kept feeling the slight sting every time I thrust into her, but since I was so horny at the time, I didn't bother about it. Well, it led to me ripping the skin between my head that connects the foreskin to the bottom of the head. Here's the funny part. I like the idea of him butt fucking her, and then he's ripped himself and is bleeding, so he's getting like, you know, fecal matter inside and then he's getting like a cock infection because y'all had to be so nasty, so nasty. Whenever you feel any pain down there and this isn't like your first time, fucking check it out, guys. Check it the fuck out. Is everybody in the stream chat okay? We all happy? Everybody's doing well? I'm still glad that that's what's up. Whoa, Rhea says you're still an asshole. Who's she talking to? Damn. Whoa, what the hell? Wow, damn. This is Prelude. Prelude says, I had good luck with IKEA thus far, sheep, but you are right. Irritating at the least. Who knows what you nerds are talking about? Hey, look, it's Adeja and Faith. And Linda and everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Special thanks again, and welcome to the sheep stream. Since sheep is the unquestioning. Well, I gotta turn that fan off, man. That's more background noise than I'm bargaining for. Give me a second. Turning off the fan. Working over here as fast as I can. Turn up that fan. Oh, whoa. The bathroom light was on as well. Well, not the light, you know, the fan. There's like a fan in the bathroom down the hall. Oh, you guys good? Number 38. I masturbated to a video of myself. Just yourself, dude? Somebody says, I've done that before, but the video was on a porn site. I was masturbating to the thought of all the people that had watched more than the video itself. Let's talk about context, man. Because I know for a fact, let's see how many people are in the stream right now. Oh, man. 55 people in the stream right now. So let's say that of that, like 40 people, let's say 40 of you have definitely watched something pornographic and gotten off to not what's specifically happening in the video itself, so much as the context. What does that mean? I'll say it like this. You ever watch something and it's like, oh, this is a cheating video where someone gets caught in the act, but it's so obvious and so staged and so fake. You know, there's too many context clues that just make you aware that this is all a production, my dude. You know, the camera's moving, like who's got the camera, my dude? Unless he's part of the people that are, you know, banging this chick that, you know, and then somebody else comes home. But oh my God, you ever see something and you can tell that it's real, my dude? Or like someone's mom comes in the middle of them putting on a show or something, or like a dad or some kind of parent. When you know that it's real, you're just like, oh damn. Let me rewind that. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just kidding. It's just a joke, YouTube. What are you gonna do with these jokes? Okay, you gonna get rid of them, YouTube? Come fight me, YouTube. Number 37. Back in the 70s, out of college on summer break, my girlfriend and I were traveling with my parents. All of us were sharing a motel room, which was awkward as my girlfriend slept in the same bed as my mom and I had to share a bed with my dad. At one point, the parents left me and the girlfriend in the motel room alone while they went to get something to eat. The door hadn't closed, but girlfriend and I immediately were on each other like fucking rabbits. By the time my parents got back, the girlfriend and I were sitting on the bed watching TV, looking oh so innocent. Pretty sure my dad suspected something had gone down, though. Of course it did. Of course it did. Guys, thank you for liking the video. Wow. Can't believe we reached that goal. That's one. And I can't believe that. Sheep is so incredible. Bow to your new queen stream. Number 36. I've got one for this. I was driving to university around 18, which was a 4-hour drive from the home with bumfuck nowhere in between. So I'm sitting in the driver's seat when I had thought that I believe every man has to at least once in his lifetime. Oh no, I'm sitting in the driver's seat when I have the thought that I believe every man has at least once in his lifetime. I've never come at 90 miles per hour. No, it's not a thought that I've had because I value my life, my dude. You know, maybe when you're in a plane, you think that to yourself, dude. But when you are the pilot of a vehicle that is exceeding a speed limit where the wrong shift can cause the end of your life, if you have sense, maybe that's not the type of thing that you're thinking. Because some people come, and it's like, oh my God, I'm coming. But some people, when they get there, so I shimmy my shorts off and begin the deed for a glorious 12 seconds. What? On eruption, the most powerful euphoria began coursing through my veins. Apparently, it was slightly too powerful, and I immediately drove into a ditch while nearly flipping my car. Okay? So, let me paint a picture. A short white boy sitting in his near-totaled '08 Nissan Versa. Did he really crash his car? Let me paint a picture. A short white boy sitting in his nearly totaled '08 Nissan Versa, covered head to toe in his own shame. As I start to holster my cock and assess the damage, I notice a large black man on the way to church tapping on my window, clearly to see if I was all right. We make eye contact, at which point he notices I am soaked in my own cum. The poor man immediately turns around and walks back to his car. He shakes his head as he returns to his wife, driving away without saying a word. If you're out there, mystery man, I'm so sorry. I don't believe this. Somebody said that happened. This didn't happen. How clean are your windows after an almost wreck that, that the guy just looks in and immediately figures it's cum? Could have been you sneezing all over your face or something. What the fuck? I don't believe this. Okay. Right. Number 35, okay? I managed to successfully have sex with my high school girlfriend after school while she was on the phone with her mom. Successfully. What a strange modifier. We were getting down towards sexy time when her mom called with a bunch of questions about something. So she talked on the phone to her mom for like 15 to 20 minutes, and after about 5 minutes I had so much blue balls going that I just went for it, and she didn't bat an eye. You mean she could hold it together while you were given the schlimmy schlong? My God, you silly little high school boy. Tyrone could give it to her better. She'd be all like, Mom. Okay, look, number 33. I got bored of waiting in a long line of a local taco mayo. Maybe that's pronounced taco mayo? I don't know. I don't have that here. So I cranked one out in the drive-thru. I noticed the camera after I was done. Lol. Ew. Number 32. I drive 10 hours for 2 hours of booty call, then 10 hours back. Aww. And they're just booty calls? You poor thing. You poor thing, ball. You poor thingy thing, man. Oh. You pingly wingly. Shibble dem drip dro. Number 31. I smiled at a girl once, and she smiled back. What is this again? The list of craziest things your horniness made you do? Somebody said I call bullshit. This they don't believe, but the one jacking off at 90 miles an hour and then crashing and some guy coming and going, is that calm? I'm out of here. I think I just got an interesting... I gotta turn this off because, like, I only follow, like, Fortnite because I'm a virgin on Twitch. I mean, on Twitter. And then, like, when it sends me notifications via the Twitter app, it also sends it to my phone because I think my phone is my email address. What a nightmare. Number 30. I'm 16. I'm horny. We'd only been dating a few days, walking with the girlfriend when we began making out. It was night and there was this little path and we just started taking each other's clothes off. We were next to a church and about 20 feet from the street. I said, hey, don't you think this is a little too public? She said no one will see us. That's all I needed to hear. I had just managed to take off her bra when another couple walked up and saw us. She grabbed her clothes and we just ran away laughing. Then we went to our high school grounds and picked up where we left off. That girl was such a bad influence. Number 29. I had been away from my significant other, visiting family for weeks. During the 8-hour drive home, I found a sex shop. I bought a dildo, pulled off a highway. I pulled off of the highway onto a deserted side road and fucked myself with it in my car. Here in my car, I just bought a dildo. I pull off the highway. It's the only way to live. As I would say, visiting family. I really need to listen to some Gary Newman after this. Wait a minute. There's my Star Trek episode. Shh. Don't worry about that. Let's see. Gary Newman. No, spell it right. Newman. Okay. And then I want you to, find a video of him going, yeah. And then the drum comes in and it's all like, oh, that's enough before I get struck. You can't get struck, guys. Let's go to the middle. Oh, is this really just him singing at a fucking mic? What a fucking legend. Oh my God, what a badass. There's a tambourine portion of the song, and then he's in the tambourine. He's in the tambourine, and he's got the tambourine in the tambourine. Tambourineception. Oh my God. I'll never make a video this fly. No matter how hard I try, I die, I cry inside. Wonder why. Zordon. Because there was a character named Alpha in the old series of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that used to say, Zordon. Rangers. Getting old, Kyle. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 28. I called my grandma and asked her to borrow her car so I could bring my sick friend's notes from school. She straight up drove the car to my house and, bless her heart, agreed to wait there so I could hang out with my friend for a few minutes. Used the car to pick up my boyfriend so we could bang in the back seat while parked in a church parking lot. Oh my God. Oh my God. Looks like Faith's talking about stuff she worked hard for. You know, God bless her. What a sweet gal. Hope she gets everything that she wants and everything that's coming to her. Rhea says, I love how excited you're getting. About who? Who, me? Candy Stripe says, I always figured Coke might give you an angry boner. What, like cocaine? I wouldn't call it angry. I'd call it a party time boner. Linda knows what I'm talking about. Okay. Number 27. As a teen, I had my computer taken away for a week. My phone did not have good internet access, and I had the imagination of a goldfish, so I needed another way to do the deed. So I went on Skyrim, grinded to 100% pickpocket so I could take people's clothes off. Easily the most dedicated I've ever been to FAP. My man. Unbelievable, really. Number 26. I took Adderall for the first time forever year ago. I proceeded to jerk off for 12 hours to the most disgusting types of porn. God damn it. My top post is about jerking my limp dick for 12 hours. Nice. Somebody says, I've been there. Fun times. You discover just how much being horny can override any sense of shame. Man, that'd be a question to ask me. You guys earlier were going, oh, Kyle, what's the thing that you were doing because you were horny? It just the craziest thing that you had to do because you were horny. That's not the question to ask me. The question to ask me should be, what's the worst fucking shit that you've gotten off to? Because that would ruin who we are as people. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I bet you the government has a list of what it is that, no, they don't. The government doesn't have a list of specifically what we've gotten off to unless we don't cover our webcams and they can see exactly what finishes the deed. Or basically, what tab is open when we close all the other tabs. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking there is some bad stuff out there. And like I said, sometimes it's not even about what you're seeing, man. It's the context. Not that I know what I'm talking about. I don't do this stuff. What abhorrent and degenerate behavior. I witness in this stream, but it's fun as an individual, and I'm closing my eyes and tilting my nose up, and it's interesting to see the world through the looking glass that the internet provides. Haha. And as we finish the final 25 on this list of 63 worst things that people did while horny, we're at number 25, baby. We're gonna be flying through these. Check me out, bro. I stuck ice cubes up my ass in the shower once. How well adjusted. Someone responds, did you have the ice cubes ready, or did you have to fill the tray and wait a few hours? Some people have ice makers, somebody else says. And somebody else goes, in the shower? For another half an hour. He's got the urge. Number 24. I was playing Knights of the Old Republic 2. I felt horny and stripped Handmaiden down to her undergarments while in the Ebon Hawk. And you know what happened next. 14-year-old me was weird. Huh. Well, it's not like naked ladies in GTA 5, you know? I think the funniest thing, I think the best question to ask, and I'm not, okay, here's what I'll say. No, I'm not going to ask it because somebody's probably asked a question similar to it, okay? The question would be, what bizarrely softcore shit have you gotten off to when the internet was at your disposal? Like when you had access to way more hardcore stuff. Like what tame ass milquetoast corny bullshit are you looking at? Talking about like a girl in like a white t-shirt or something, or like, I don't know, like an anime character. Oh man, when y'all could have found anything better. That's the fucking question. Okay. Jesus says, not sure if I have a bad connection. The video output is kind of fucked up, Kyle. Nope, I'm reading all green. And you know, usually I'm having a hell of a lot of problems with these fucking streams, but I'm reading green not only on YouTube, but also green on OBS with no dropped frames. So I can assume it's your connection right now, and I apologize, Jesus. I'm sorry, and I hope that nobody else is encountering difficulties. But since everything is in the green, I have certainty that this is going through well as far as the capture. So after the stream is done, you'll be able to watch it without any deviations, with the exception, of course, of me. Haha. Number 23. I tried masturbating with a turkey baster. I would not recommend it. Degenerate. Motherfucker. This is really the first one that's made me go, God damn. God damn. Oh man, a turkey baster? Someone says, I have several questions, none of which need to be answered. Number 22. I used to get punished from my iPod Touch as a teenager. Oh, they take it from you. One time I was punished for months, and I couldn't take it anymore. I went on my Nintendo DSi, which doesn't play videos, and went to the shittiest picture porn website. I think it was called JPEG World. It took me 15 minutes to download half of a tit, and it did the trick for me. Another time I was punished, I was so insanely horny that I masturbated to a documentary about bugs. Bruh. They showed a close-up of a praying mantis sex. Oh my God. Yo. Why before she went hardcore? Hitomi Tanaka. Here's the thing about Hitomi Tanaka. Yeah, they're fun. They're big and everything. But there are other girls that are like thicker. You know what I mean? Thick Asian girls. Where there's stuff going on in upstairs and downstairs. Let's not go there. So we continue to number 21. Back before the internet, I'd lay out in a field with my pants off and wait for a cloud shaped like a tit to float by. No, you did not. Kids nowadays don't know how confusing it is when a boob cloud transforms into a dick cloud mid-stroke. Bruh. Someone says, were you born before TV? Before magazines? This sounds like some Amish shit. Could you imagine? Can you imagine the Amish people going, "Oh, Joe, the other day I was outside and I was alone, and the prettiest titty-shaped cloud came by. I just had to stroke it, you see. Oh, tell me about it. It was so round." What the fuck? Number 20. I like to think Amish people have some kind of digital shit that they fuck around with when they think nobody else is watching. Who cares? It seems Faith has sent a Snapchat. Let's see what this is all about. Aww. I wonder if this is what... I hope it was not what she was wearing to her, because she had to sing a solo. Well, as we finish this list, I've made it 5 entire entries since I was like, trying to pick up steam here. Number 20, masturbate in the middle of a road in the neighborhood at 3 a.m. It was then that I realized I needed to stop doing shit like that or I would end up on some sort of list. You're probably already on it, my man. What you doing masturbating in the middle of the... Why don't I just crank it in the road? Somebody said, I gotta ask, what the fuck are you doing in the middle of the street in the road at 3 a.m.? Why did you decide to jack it there? Nobody's got the answers. Number 19. I was once so horny masturbating, I couldn't solve it. So I listened to the soundtrack from the original Sims game for 2 hours to calm myself down. Some people might say that the Sims music would do the opposite for them. You know what I mean? Making woohoo out here. Okay, baby. Somebody says, as funny as it is infinitely frustrating to be so horny that jerking off doesn't sate the need. Well, you tell me about it. I know all about that shit. Sometimes it's not even worth going into because it's not going to do anything. You know what I'm talking about? But you want to be here for 3 hours and then realize that you've wasted 3 hours? What the fuck? I started at the dark ceiling. I was staring at the dark ceiling at 2 a.m. when you need to be up 4 hours later to start your day, all because every time you close your eyes, your imagination immediately goes to sex. I'm not saying, or I'm not going to say men have it worse than women or any other bullshit like that, but having a strong libido can really suck. And it's not like anyone is going to sympathize with you for being too randy. That shit can interrupt your whole day, though. It ruins things. Yep. And there's still a stigma against it because people are out here like, you know, just assuming people are fucking sex maniacs. You perverted man, you pervert, you pervert! Someone responds, the worst is when you're a male and you've already jacked off so many times over so many days in a row that your dick sort of builds up a tolerance to the stimulation, and it takes more and more time and energy and sweat to successfully nut with each subsequent jack. I'm just out here trying to jack, man. I see you guys at the jack party at Craig's house. You coming to the jack party, man? We're gonna sit in a circle and go from the right to the left, man. From the right to the left. God, see you at Craig's house. What is this about Craig's house, Kyle? Number 18. An ex-girlfriend gave me a hand job while at Craig's house. Okay, look, my ex-girlfriend gave me a hand job while driving a windy mountain highway at 6 miles per hour. That says 60, my dude.
I jerked off to rival schools for the PS1 back in 1998. Tittle physics.
Tittle physics, he said. Tittle physics. Bruh. Thank you, my man, Jesus. Tittle physics. I'm trying to figure out if there were games that I was impressed by in a stimulating way. Video games, were there any? Were there any? Because the jiggle physics weren't doing it, man. The jiggle physics were not doing it. Nope, I think it had to wait. I think it had to wait until there was basically video game characters put into source filmmaker and made into more interesting crap. I can tell you right now. I don't know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's. But, and that's where I'm going to end that sentence. To reiterate number 18, ex-girlfriend gave me a hand job while driving a windy mountain highway at 60 miles per hour. I have never been so terrified and turned on at the same time. Hilarious. Number 17, not me, but before internet porn, I guess my husband, when he was a teenager, racked up $1,000 cable bill ordering porn. His father was not pleased. Number 16, I had lesbian sex in my empty high school mosque in Iran. 16-year-old me didn't care about the death penalty if we got caught. That's pretty fucking metal. Yeah, bro. That's horny. Somebody said, Allah damn, that's hardcore. Jesus Allah. Oh my God. Allah. Yo, I just reminded myself, in middle school, we used to run around throwing our hands up and shaking it, but you had to shake it from the wrist. It's all in how you shake your hand, but you would shake it to the heaven and go, Allah, like, why have you done this to me, Allah? And sometimes I would spice it up by okay, imagine taking your right hand and put it on the right side of your face, but then just literally push your hand up to the top of your head and then bring it all the way down on the left side of your head. You know what I mean? So that your fingertips are basically, and then keep going until okay, imagine you're turning your head to the left and imagine this. Reach your right hand behind your head and then try to grab it try to grab your chin with your right hand. Turn your head left and try to grab, almost said your left chin. Never mind. Release your head. Okay. This is a bad exercise. Okay. What I would do is make it look like I was going to break my own leg and be like, Allah, please. Anyway, number 15. I made a makeshift fleshlight out of a Solo cup, cling film, and kitchen towels. Used moisturizer as lube. I taped it to a fan in the center so that it would spin. It kinda worked, but it didn't get me off though. I just like the idea of somebody catching this motherfucker doing this shit. What are you doing in there? Oh. There's a fan on. You piece of shit. What the fuck are you doing? Number 14, man. I was so horny and desperate to have something inside me that I used a glass display banana from my mom's bowl of glass fruit. Bitch, you brave. She used a glass display banana from the mom's bowl of glass fruit centerpiece in the living room. Every time I saw that bowl of glass fruit, I felt so ashamed and horny all over again. Somebody said Pavlov's banana. What? Jesus Christ, man. No. This doesn't make me feel good. This makes me feel strange on the inside. Number 13. I used to get up early as a teen. I'm talking like 3 a.m. and run down to the local park, get completely naked, climb a tree, and jerk off. You monkey. Somebody said it just felt so good to be part of nature in that way without judgment. Bruh. Somebody named Yummy Gummy Drops just wrote this word soup that we just read. Somebody said, you know what? As many questions as I have, I don't want any of them answered. Man, I will wake up at 3 in the morning and run down to the park and get naked and climb a tree and just jack it, man. Man, being part of nature like that, man, yeah, I don't know. Number 12. To order not 1, not 2, but 3 fleshlights on Amazon. Then having them show up at my house, wonder why I thought I needed 3 of them. How horny. Somebody said 1 for each dick. What? Number 11. In my early teens, Before fleshlights were a thing, I crafted my own out of a Pringles can padded with paper towels on the inside and a condom stretched through. It was a glorious jack-off contraption, and everyone here is upvoting this because apparently... Need to open this in another window, you understand me? Open link in incognito window. Yeah, I don't want this in my history. Oh, that's hilarious. That picture is the world. That picture is the world, my dudes. Why did you draw the Pringles, nigga? What the fuck? Why did you draw the Pringle? He's like, oh, oh my God, what are you doing with my Pringles? Once you pop, oh no. Once you pop, oh no. Okay. Well, people are loving this design, my dudes. People are loving this design. They gilded the shit out of this. Let's continue. Number 10. When I was 13, I was staying with my grandparents for a week in Southern California during my summer break. Both my grandparents were still working, so my day usually involved me doing chores around the house and finding ways to beat my meat. Okay. My grandma, being quite the amateur artist back in the day, was finishing a large painting of a milkmaid on a stool for my mom's birthday. Did she have no top? Now, this milkmaid had scandalously large titties, and of course my hormone-addled 13-year-old brain decided to use it for whacking fuel. I whooped my dick to that painting at least 4 times per day for close to 5 straight days. Grandma painted that. You monster. Someone says, little did you know that painting was how your grandma looked when she was younger. Or maybe you did know that, you sick bastard. Someone else goes, all your comment has done is inspire him to begin working on a time machine so he can go back and be his own grandfather. Can I get out of this? Oh, number 9. Every goddamn soldier/marine in here knows what happens in the porta shitters. Don't even try to act like it doesn't happen. Own it. I've seen dudes just straight up get in a porta john with their laptops. Talk about sweaty dudes when they come out of that motherfucker in the desert heat, looking like they did 500 burpees, but only one arm is flexing. Number 8. I called a phone sex line. My dad called them to dispute the charge. They played our conversation for him. She play-acted a scenario in which I was at her door. She invites me in. I sit on her couch. Next, she offers me a drink. She asks what I'd like, and I say, coochie juice. Oh, I need oxygen. Oh, coochie juice. I think I might have to let it loose. I'm trying to get through this. I am trying to get through this list. Coochie juice. She craps up laughing, tells me I'm funny, asks why I don't go out and get a girlfriend. Probably because I'm the type of teenage pervert weirdo who calls phone sex lines. I still wonder how much they played for my dad, because he was like, yep, that's my kid. Oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody said, I need to know the fallout from this harrowing experience. He grew up to eventually own and manage his own wildly successful coochie juice manufacturing plant. Coochie juice. Whoa. Number 7. Okay. Years ago, hanging out with a coworker playing fuck, marry, kill with people at work. She tells me her choice. For fuck, I tell her mine. She's surprised as he's not particularly handsome, but just my type. She says I have his number, you know. I'd never seen him outside of work and barely talked to him at work. Then I texted him at 1 a.m. one night and asked if he wanted to have sex with me. He was very surprised, but not unwilling. He kept laughing and saying, "Where the hell did this come from?" I'd imagine that's probably some guy's fantasy about a coworker, that without talking to her or making any effort, she'll one day just ask him if he wants to fuck. I'm here to say that it could happen, and it has happened. Somebody said, "Is your company hiring?" Oh my God. Someone said, "Get a job in a restaurant." There are always new hot young people being hired, and the atmosphere leads to a lot of sex. The who's fucking who list is in every restaurant I've ever worked in is a mile long. Never have I seen so many 5 out of 10 guys in their 30s nail so many 8 and 9s in their early 20s. He is so right, dude. It's so fucking true. I want nothing to do because I'm the type of guy that finds people disgusting. Okay? Yes, I love women. All right? Yes, I love all of you and I feel like people are cool and there's nothing wrong with y'all, but I love my solitude to the point where every fucking interaction is a countdown to when I can be alone. So when you mix into the equation people who are in and out of other people or getting other people in and out of them, it's just like, yeah, I'll keep that over there. You know what I mean? I don't judge you. I don't have a problem with you. Your lifestyle is your own and you're entitled to it, and I appreciate and respect you and I recognize you for what you're all about. But I'm not about that. Get that shit over there and let me do my thing in my room with all my stuffed animals. I got a little stuffed Clefairy. Thanks, Megan from Japan, sending that to me. Got a stuffed Magikarp. He's a little coin purse. Thanks, Megan from Japan, for sending that to me. Got a little, oh man. Was everything from Megan from Japan? All right, let's go. We're continuing up this list to number 6. When I was younger, my problem wasn't getting access to porn. It was maintaining it. You like the way I read that, like some kind of homo, you know? It wasn't getting access to porn. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. I had access to a desktop computer. However, there were only so many times that I could log onto it per week that I would have to alone. Wait. However, there were only so many times I could log onto it per week that I would have alone to myself. I don't like the way that's phrased. But what he means to say is that he would only be alone so many times during the week on the computer. So I stumbled my way into a devious way. To keep porn on me at all times without anyone knowing. I want to punch this motherfucker in the face. How do you get to number 6? This better be blowing my mind. I had an iPod video, one of those ones that had the scroll wheel still. This thing was slick at the time. I had figured out earlier how to smuggle literotica onto it by light cracking it and allowing myself to access the file directory on the phone. I then created fake computer files and named them something like initlang4.txt, slapped some lorem ipsum tech equivalent with the porn starting midway through. That wasn't cutting it anymore. So I decided to store the videos on my phone. My parents would kill me if I had actual porn on my phone, and my family used my iPod to watch movies all the time, so getting caught was a real possibility. The fuck your parents using your fucking iPod for? But I guess back in those days, y'all out here sharing shit, you know what I mean? First, I devised a place to store them. The same method as before, I created a folder with a bunch of videos in it, naming it Super Secret Dog Videos. I then took a lot of videos of my dog. It was vast magnitude of videos, placed them all into that folder. I looked like a kid just had some dumb little secret that he wanted to play secret agent about. So next step, the porn. I didn't just want to create a folder and throw casual conversation over tea with smoldering looks of possible romance 3 into a folder. My porn-fueled paranoia led me to even more drastic measures. I took a series of long shots of my dog. They were long and boring, and you would turn them off almost immediately. Midway through, I would cut in the porn, so I just had to navigate to the folder and speed up until I saw titties, but super unlikely that anyone would find it. My dream had been accomplished. If only I had been even half as motivated in school as I was to get fucking porn onto an iPod. when you're splicing in porno in between videos of your dog so that people don't find it when they all share your device. What a scary time it must have been for other people back in those days, huh? Someone responds, the dedication here is impressive, but I'd worry about the Pavlovian response now caused by watching dog videos. Someone says, if you need me, I'll be in my lab. Do you get it? As we continue. Number 5. Not mine, but a friend's. He came home early after school, and his parents weren't home, and it was kind of a day. No, it was that kind of day. So he proceeded to beat the ever-leaving hell out of his meat in his dad's office, completely naked, lotion and all. About 5 minutes later, his parents come, so he hid in his dad's closet, which, mind you, is still in his office. He spent the next hour standing in the closet while his dad took a business call, looking through the side crack of the closet, shaking like crazy. He slipped up to his room while his dad went to the kitchen and got away physically unscathed, but mentally, I'm not sure. I am not sure. Somebody said that made me feel very anxious. I would tell y'all a story. I'll tell y'all a story right now. This is probably the craziest thing I've ever admitted to anybody. Okay? I had a relative. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to mention who it is. That would be too intense. But I had a relative where once I was in the bathroom when they came home, and I wasn't not supposed to be there. So this is the ridiculous part of the story. I wasn't not supposed to be there, so it wasn't an issue. But listen to what I did next. I was in the bathroom. They came home. And for no reason, my dude, I jumped into the shower and pulled the curtain. And they came in. And they sat down to use the bathroom. And it wasn't number 1, dude. It was number 1. Imagine me trying to stand still, trying to not make noise while breathing. Oh my God, praying. This shit makes me sweat thinking about it. Okay, let's get back to reality. Okay, not that didn't happen. Brianna Peterson says, I love your voice and your countdowns. Hashtag if only. If only what? You had this voice? You'd probably become a terrorist. I'd probably hear my voice all over fucking, intercoms going, put the money in the bag and all this bullshit. And then I couldn't get any seriousness. They'd be coming after me. Yeah. But guys, everybody sending me snap messages. I love you. I appreciate you. But I'll get to them after the stream, which will be ending relatively soon, because here we are, pretty much at the end of the list of 63 worst things that people did while horny, at number 4. Date Bayo. Oh boy, I was probably 12 or 13. I had just discovered beating my meat. I was on a family trip with my mom, dad, and younger brother, and it was a very long car ride, and being 13 years old, I was thinking about jacking off every minute of every day. So I start tugging on my Johnson in the back of the van while my parents drove the car. I was under a sleeping bag / blanket. But I guarantee my dad knew what the fuck was up. Fucking shit, I am so fucking embarrassed about that memory. When I was done, I even out loud said, this was like probably 20 minutes after finishing. Can we stop somewhere soon? My dick needs moisture? What the fuck? What? Yo, that took the breath right out of me. My dick needs moisture? These little 13-year-olds are fucking scary, dude. Yo. Next time you get fucking killed in Fortnite, this is who's behind that fucking keyboard. Remember that. Okay? Look at Aaron Deers having found what he considers the perfect fucking, autismo, representation of beat meat in the emojis, okay? But it's more like fist meat, but we get it. It works. It works. So here we go to number 3 as we finish this on up. My word. Made me hunt down one of my old external hard drives. Surely the video I wanted to nut to had to be on there. It wasn't. I had a flash in my mind that it might be on an old laptop. I hunted down that old laptop, but crap, no PSU. I dug through 2 boxes of cables and found it. Booted the laptop up. There was some sort of CMO failure. Laptop still booted up fine. It's just the clock that didn't work. I dug through ambiguously named folders on the desktop, found it pretty quickly. Migrated that sucker to the external hard drive. I supposed I could have just nutted in place there, but I was dedicated to making sure this didn't happen again. I hooked up my external hard drive to my current laptop and viewed said video. Nut like no tomorrow. Was insanely satisfying given how hard I had to work for it. This was just a few weeks ago. Oh my God. Number 2. Okay. I stole my parents' car at 16 and drove it 60 plus miles and banged my now wife for the first time. Well, she your wife now? Damn. My man, all right. Oh boy, here's the backstory. Since I'm getting so much love, my wife and I met at a park in my hometown while she was visiting a friend. I just walked up and asked for her number, and from there we casually talked for about a year. We finally started dating long distance. Granted, 70 miles isn't that far, but when you're 16 with no job and no car, that's pretty damn far. Who the hell's texting on Snapchat now? Oh, it's Linda. Is Linda in the chat? I don't see her name in the chat. I hope Linda's okay. Love you, Linda, if you are here. Where is this really going? This guy's just talking about driving and then banging some chick. What the fuck? Somebody says romantic AF. Yeah, bro. So here we are at the end of this list. Guys, I want to thank you for being spectacular. Thank you for coming. Thank you for liking. Not coming in that way. YouTube would have a problem if that's how I said it. YouTube's got a problem with everything, bro. YouTube's got a problem with everything. Jeez. I want to thank you all for being spectacular. Thank you specifically to my man Jesus. Thank you to Rhea. Thank you to Momo Lang and the Sheep, who is of course Stream Boss. My word. I want to thank my hotshot sponsors, my hot boy patrons. But you patrons, I just want to caress you. I want to touch you now. And my sponsors, magnifique. Some of you are sponsors and patrons, and I want to thank also the sponsors on Twitch. Which is some of you are. I wonder if anybody's all 3. That'd be scary stuff. I think Hannah may be. I know some people are all 3 because on Twitch you can be a sponsor if you have Amazon Prime, so it's just like a freebie. But as we finish off this list of 63 worst things that people did, let's go back to that other thumbnail. Here's number 1. I drove 400 plus miles midwinter, middle of the dark, from Fairbanks to Anchorage in a 76 Pinto for a sure thing. Well, it was a sure thing, my man. It was a sure thing. Somebody else says Ohio to New York for the same reason. I disguised this as a vacation, but my true purpose was because I had a sexting buddy from there. Oh my God. Some dude said he decided to risk it for that biscuit. Okay. So guys, remember initially people were saying that they were having a big problem with OP and some of the comments he was leaving on people's shit. Let's read about 4 or 5 of his comments. Let's see. Here's one that has been downvoted negative 43 times. Okay. Negative 159 times. Okay, let's get the context on that one. Let's see. He says, now I'm hard on this one. Were you smoking pot? Yeah, some of these aren't that bad. What's the big deal? I guess we'll see with context, but yeah, some people were just obliterating this guy's posts, and they aren't that bad. So here's the context on this one. What the fuck? Somebody says he deleted most of the bad ones right away. He was asking girls if they had been raped and stuff in posts that had nothing to do with rape and just a lot more weird stuff. Why would you say by rape if the comment had nothing to do with rape? Bruh. This guy's amazing. I mean, not in a good way. Sorry. Oh boy. Well, we'll see where it goes. Faith. The chocolate one sucked? What's she talking about, chocolate? Brianna Peterson says, if only you were a single Pringle and we could mingle. Ugh. We were talking about a Pringle can earlier. No single Pringle mingling. But, you know, if you feel like you're going to kill yourself, yes, Snapchat, Kyle, or talk to me in the Discord. And to other people who talk to me in the Discord, don't feel, scared to, speak in the chat. I know it can be a little intimidating, and I'm not encouraging you to do something that you're uncomfortable doing. So if you just don't want to talk in the chat, that's fine, and I respect it. But I know that there are a couple of people who approach me in Discord for kind of like one-on-one conversations, as opposed to saying anything anywhere else. And it's like a friendly, happy little environment that we've created here. That's pretty much the only reason that you see so many people getting timed out, because we don't want it to fall out of control into a lot of autism, which maybe it might, And rest assured, I'm totally willing to sacrifice, I don't know, what people would consider popularity or something, to make sure that people aren't being ridiculous and that, I don't know, we kind of limit the piss in the pool that is the stream chat. Love you guys. Linda says, are we getting gameplay tonight, Kyle? I am definitely going to try to set that up, but what I want to do also is get something fucking established in the way of food. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm probably going to order something to make it easy, because on Mother's Day, my mother came and she made a bunch of curry. And so delicious was the curry that I got through pretty much all of it pretty immediately. So bad. But I want something without having to work for it right now. So, I don't know. No, I may put on some rice. If I don't put on some rice, I'll order something. And then I'm going to play until whatever comes. So I wouldn't see it being more than like a 45-minute stream. But we'll go from there. I love you guys. And then we can talk soon there. Again, Snapchat, CYAEL, or get into the Discord if you guys want to talk to each other. Discord's also a great way to get notifications of the stream when it doesn't get sent directly to your phone. I'm going to try my best to endeavor to make the notifications happen a little bit earlier in the day, so that maybe, people who wouldn't otherwise be notified of the stream will get that notification. And I love you, and you guys will see it soon. I will show you one thing though. I apologize, but I totally fucking, I totally started capturing shit off stream, because what do you want from me? I needed to train. I needed to train these corny ass Pokemon. So, I caught an Ekans, if anybody knows anything about that Pokemon. And remember, earlier we had been given a Totodile, who I named Africa the Totodile. Then we caught a Bellsprout, and we named it Roots. Okay. I caught a sheep, and I named it Cotton. Okay. Whatever. But then I named it, I caught an Ekans. Okay. And I named the Ekans WEJ. Okay. And that's all I'm gonna say. It's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit of comedy. If anybody's curious as to what WEJ might stand for, let's say we enjoy jokes. That's a great acronym for what it stands for. But if you get it, okay, I want to know what you believe. Maybe you could send it in a Snapchat. Maybe you could put it in the Discord. I just want to know if you get it. You know what I mean? Are you my man? Do you get it? Are you my lady? Do you get it? I want to see where it's coming from. I appreciate you. You guys will see me soon on this silly gaming stream. Whoa, TARDIS Crash just subscribed. We appreciate you, man. Look at Gergo. He's dancing up a storm. We again thank Sheep, our stream queen. Ooh. She's the head bitch in charge. Brianna Peterson says, much love from Pittsburgh, Kyle. Good night. And Aaron Deere says, the stream cut off as Kyle said, I totally fuck, and it's paused now. I'm sorry, my dudes. But guys, I love you, and you'll see me soon. Stay amazing, and take it easy. Wow. Yafa says he wants a... Oh my god, is it related to slaves? No, stop. What? Whoa, come on. Michael Davis says he gets it. Oh, man. It's about Ekans. The Pokemon is Ekans. The Pokemon is Ekans. Yeah, so... but we'll talk about it later, all right? Bye, guys. Bye. Ooh. Bye.